Hey everyone, Lisa Freed here, and welcome to this episode of Before My Morning Coffee. I want to talk today about whether or not it's really other people that are blocking us from our dreams and our desires, or is it us just allowing fear to rule the roost and run the show? Lately, if you follow me on social media, you will be laughing because yesterday's podcast completely did not record with any sound whatsoever, which is neat. Yeah, we'll go with neat. Especially because I was like, oh my gosh, that was such a good podcast. And the only one that could hear it was me and I guess my dogs. My dogs were listening. And this kitten that's destroying a box behind me as well could hear it yesterday. But I was talking in that podcast about how it's really important to choose our words wisely and whatnot. And I was telling a story about how I decided to take on this new endeavor, which is to become an end-of-life doula or a death doula, as it is sometimes called. They've got some other cool names in some other cool countries, but this is just here where I live. End-of-life doula is the most common referred to term. Now, anyway, I've been looking at studying this for a while. For years, actually, it has came into my mind. And then immediately I have shut down the idea because of various excuses. So I did some research, and there is a program, and it is starting very, very soon here. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited about this course and the opportunity to just learn how to better advocate for friends and loved ones and potential clients, as well as not just advocate for them, but to also support them and be a place of respite for them. So as I was going through this, I've been posting it on social media, asking questions, and then making some requests for people to support me and giving different ways that people could do so. And one of the things that I heard about is that there is someone who doesn't think that this is a good fit for me and has been vocal about it, yet not vocal to me. And I was frustrated because, one, I've been supportive of this individual, so in turn thought that they might be supportive of me. And two, just who does that? But then it makes me remember all the ways that I have been this judgmental loudmouth about so many things. Like, and any topic goes. Like, it doesn't matter who you are, what you've done. If I've even met you, I have probably judged you at some point in time based on something you did that was different than the way that I would do it, or the timing of which you did it, or you name it. Like, I have been known to be judgmental in that way, at least even for a brief second. Perhaps you're not like me. So I could feel myself, when I heard this about this person not wanting to support me, shrinking down and thinking and second guessing myself about whether or not this was my journey and whatnot. And I was like, really? Like, all it's going to take is one hint of resistance from someone who doesn't have to do the work. Is that really what's going to stop you? And this morning in meditation, what kept coming up is all the places that I do let conversations that never even happened, just imaginary conversations in my mind with people who probably aren't even paying attention, stop me from putting the request out there, making the offer, launching the program, starting the practice, doing these things. And the only person responsible for this at the end of the day is me. Anytime that I've ever stopped anything, anytime that I've ever let fear be what reigned over me, like that was me. That wasn't anyone else. Even if the words came from the mouth of another, it is still my responsibility to respond, to choose how I'm going to respond. And if I chose to hide in fear, that's on me. So this is kind of a rambly, wandering around podcast with distracting noises and 100% imperfect audio. And who knows, maybe you can't even hear it, because I know that that's been known to happen. But I just invite you to look and see, are there areas in your life where you're allowing fear to stop you from doing what it is that you are being called to do? And are you willing to choose differently today? Are you willing to choose differently today? I invite you to sit with this, to see what is coming up. If there's a certain circumstance, perhaps you've been guilty of imaginary conversations with people that might not even be paying attention. I don't know. Sit with it and see if it rings true, if there's anything that you could do differently today that would support you in achieving those dreams. I wish you a day as beautiful as you. I hope that you're like, this conversation is so irrelevant. I don't even know why I wasted the 8 minutes listening. I invite you to be courageous. I invite you to be bold, to be obedient to those nudges from your soul. And like I said, I wish you a day as beautiful as you. Sending you so much love. I'll be back again tomorrow with another episode of Before My Morning Coffee. Bye for now, everyone.